We're doing some grilled cheese pulled pork sandwiches. Had some leftover pulled pork. I hung onto this, put it in the freezer, and now we pulled it out, kicked up the Blackstone, got a couple of different cheeses and a great sourdough bread, and made this taste treat. Got to give it a try. Hey, it's Jeff with BBQ Plus, and today we're going to be cooking on the Blackstone. Going to make a couple of sandwiches. I've got some leftover pulled pork and decided let's do something fun. A gourmet grilled cheese sandwich. So this is how we're going to make that sandwich. First thing that we're going to start out with is going to be some good sourdough bread. So if you get some kind of a rustic loaf, that usually works out really great. And we're going to butter that up. So we're going to butter this on the side that is going to be on the grill. Make sure and get it good and generous there. And we're going to do this side. There we go. And we're going to add some pulled pork to this. So to do that, this was just some leftover pulled pork. And we're going to drop some of that on the flat top, just to cook that up a little bit. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Next step is to put some of that bread down, and this is butter side down. And we've got a couple of different kinds of cheese, so we're going to use some cheddar cheese. Just kind of lay that across here. Add some of that nice pulled pork. Generous amount. And this is some gouda cheese. So the smoked gouda that we're using on here is going to really, I think, elevate what we're doing. It's going to give it a good kind of a savory taste to it. Oops. Butter side up there. We're going to weigh this down a little bit. So that's been heating up also, and that's going to really do a good job in cooking up some of that. Yeah. Get that smashed in there really nice. We're going to let those go for a little bit, and then we're going to turn them over. I'm also going to use that little top right there as kind of a shield. We're going to hold in that heat so you can see where we want to keep it in there and kind of keep it as warm as possible, almost like a little bit of an oven inside of there. That's a little dome picked up off of Amazon, I think, for 15 bucks or so. So those are just a good little investment. If you're doing burgers, those can be great. If you're doing like eggs in the morning, those are wonderful also to use on your Blackstone. Give that a little bit more time. We just want that cheese to all melt in there and turn all kind of wonderful. And especially with that pulled pork in there, this would be a nice little sandwich explosion. We're on about a medium heat. Temperature gauge says that we're about 400, but it is a hot day out here. We preheated this up a little bit hotter, then dropped it down. So 400 degrees running on the Blackstone. No wind here, so that doesn't blow the flame out, doesn't dissipate the heat underneath. So we're getting the full effects of it. A couple more minutes and I think those will just be perfectly done. Okay, there's the first one off. Grab a knife and cut into that. Look at that, we've got pulled pork in there. We've got two different kinds of cheese. We've got the Gouda cheese and also cheddar. That pulled pork is pretty sweet. We buttered up this sourdough, and now we're gonna give it a try. That is wonderful. That is really good. Don't throw away any pulled pork. Don't let it go to waste. If you have some leftovers, just put them in the freezer, take them out a little bit later, and you will just be able to have a wonderful taste treat. If you combine that with some grilled cheese and sourdough, put it on a Blackstone. Maybe you don't have a Blackstone and you're going to use this on a cast iron on the stove. Hey, whatever the case is, if you got an electric griddle, this will work. But yeah, this is just wonderful. Good cheese on there, kind of oozing out the sides. This is good stuff. If you want to see some other great stuff, I've got just a ton of videos on here on all kinds of things that you can cook. So explore my YouTube channel, all kinds of different appetizers, main courses, lots of good how-tos, even how to fix up your grill if that needs a little bit of attention. So hit that subscribe on there, really appreciate it. Share this with your friends and make sure you figure out what you're going to cook in your backyard this weekend. And from BBQ Plus, thanks for watching.